to formally meet you before. I think I got to meet all of you, but just in case, I'm Katie Farner. And to tell you a little bit about me, I have been with Scentsy for 5 years. It'll technically be 5 years in May. But I joined Scentsy after 4 years of being a customer. So I've been using Scentsy for 9 years already. I was introduced to it really early, especially being in Florida. I was introduced to it because my friend's mom was from Utah. And Scentsy started out in Meridian, Idaho. So it's kind of slowly trickled its way down here. But since I knew somebody from Utah, I was introduced to it really early. And I was a customer. I became addicted right away. I was driving all the way up here, actually. I was driving all the way to Bellevue to buy it from her out of her house. She had it all set up in an office space. So that's what we did, like every couple months, just to buy Scentsy. We didn't even really know how it worked. We didn't know we could host parties. We didn't know we could join and get a discount. We didn't know any of that. We were just buying cash and carry, feeding our Scentsy addiction. And I only joined because she was moving away. She was having some life changes, getting divorced, things like that, and was moving back to Utah. So I just joined out of necessity, really, to be able to buy it from myself. And I never had any intentions to build a business. Never. But then I went to our convention and I saw all the potential that lay in front of me if I turned my energy, my efforts into more of a business than a hobby. I saw the potential that lay ahead of me. So I made that choice. And since making that choice 3 years ago, I am now full-time Scentsy. This is what I do. I've built a team of over 200 people and I help them work their businesses and train them and coach them and help them turn their business into their dreams. Yeah, Trish and I have actually talked about the business opportunity because anytime I see somebody who's as passionate about Scentsy as she is, I just think, why not? That's how I started. I just started with crazy passion for the product. I didn't have anything else. I didn't have experience. This is my first time doing anything like this. So I think if you're passionate about something, you'll do well at it. And I'm really honored to be here and be welcomed into your home today. She always gets hostess rewards from Scentsy. She's going to get free product credit and half-price items for her party. But as her consultant, I like to give a gift as a special thank you. And so I have a little gift here for you. Do you even remember what you picked?
No.
Yeah, so I like to give them a little special gift, and she picked this actually at Trish's party.
Yeah, tell her about it. I had to work, so
you got some awesome rewards.
I could keep going.
So she ended up getting a 3-pack of bars of her choice, and that was just as a thank you from me. That comes directly from me, in addition to everything she gets from Scentsy. And speaking of your awesome hostess, you may notice that she's wearing 3 beads. Those are what I call my booking beads. Each one of them represents a party. When you decide you want to do your own party with me, whether it be a home party like this or a catalog party to go, where I give you catalogs, order forms, and the miniature testers. They look like little lip glosses. So I can give you this for a week or 2, and you take it around with you wherever you want and collect orders. So when you decide you want to do a home party or a catalog party, grab one of those sets of beads from her. And when all 3 of them are gone, she gets one more special gift today.
Oh,
yeah.
I thought she was just being like
festive?
Yeah, a Mardi Gras.
She thought you were just wearing some fun Scentsy necklaces.
Wow. Why did you get that chair? That was a TV chair. Take that chair. TV chair, right there. That's right.
So I actually want to get started by sharing a little bit about Scentsy with you guys. Who in this room is already using Scentsy? I'd love to see a show of hands. Okay, Trish,
Yeah.
you're using Scentsy already in your home. Will you share with everyone else why you choose to use Scentsy over anything else that you could have used?
It's totally different smell. I mean, they have so many scents out there, more than I think anyone else. It lasts a lot longer than even Yankee or Walmart or any other brand. I'm telling you, once you try it the one time, I was like in love. It just smells. It's just the aroma. The whole house is like fresh and you know, you clean your house. It just, I love it. I really do. And I have like, I don't know, like 5 plugins now. I have the lampshade. I just love it. I just love the whole product of it. Really. toys, you can change it. And there's other products too that come with this whole thing.
Did you try the laundry stuff yet?
No, and that's what I was sure about too.
You're gonna get today.
I swear by it.
Yes.
Yeah.
So. Awesome. Thank you for sharing. I just really love for you all to hear from other people's perspective, not just mine. You know, you might hear me and think, oh, Katie's just biased. Katie's biased. Of course she thinks Scentsy's awesome. But when you hear from other people, you can understand. And Maria, why are you loving to use Scentsy? Maria or Shelby, either one of you.
The different smells that you can't find anywhere.
You feel like there's
And
a
the
really good
different
variety.
warmers, the variety of the warmers.
Right. Yeah. Awesome. Thank you so much for sharing. So I'm going to teach you guys everything you need to know about Scentsy now. So all of our warmers are electric. They all use electricity, so they need an outlet to plug into. They either use a light bulb, like the majority that you see here. They either use a light bulb like this, or they use a heating element plate, like a hot plate. The warmer over here, Zen Rock, this one actually uses a heating element plate. So you'll see there's no light bulb. So this is actually really nice for like a dorm room or an office if you want a warmer that's a little bit more discreet, doesn't let off a light, or even if you want your warmer on at night while you're sleeping and you don't want that light to keep you awake, that's when an element warmer would be really great.
Maria.
Yes.
So there's a lot of reasons why it's really beneficial to use a Scentsy warmer. It's super safe. That wax, no matter how long it's on, will never, ever, 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 ever get too hot to burn.
That's another thing too, yeah.
Ever. So if you have a little one running around or a pet, we are the only company that makes a wickless candle that'll never get too hot to burn. Clearly, if you have a fire with a candle with a fire and a flame, you're going to have a heat issue. You have a fire hazard.
If it does not splats everywhere by accident from the kids maybe hitting it in the bathroom.
Someone's in trouble.
Yeah. It's easy to come out.
Yeah.
It is. It comes right out. I used actually just a little scrubbing pad and water and soap and it came right out. You know, when it gets hard.
Yeah, so it's never going to get hot enough to burn. You also don't have fire or flame. You leave it on, you forget about it, it's not a big deal. You want to leave it on when you go to the store, you want to leave it on when you go to sleep, it's not a big deal. It's not a fire hazard. It's not a risk. It's the same thing as leaving a lamp on. So I love that. Scentsy has so much safety. So in addition to that, they're just beautiful. They're decorative pieces in addition to the fact that they're scenting your home. Because of the fact that we use a light bulb, it also will throw the scent further than if you're using a traditional candle. So depending on the warmer is going to determine the scent throw. I always say the larger the warmer, the larger the scent throw. So if you are using a little plug-in like this, you're going to spend $20. The plug-ins are a little less, or now we call them night lights. They're only $20, but they're designed for a small space. They're designed for like a bathroom or a small bedroom. Then we have our larger warmers like you see on the top and the two sides. Those range from 25 to 45, depending on which one you pick. And those will scent your bigger spaces. Like say this was my house. We were chatting about this earlier. If this was my house, I would probably have one warmer on one of these side tables, one warmer on that half wall there, and one warmer in the kitchen. And I would go with the larger size for all three of those. Do I think that's necessary? No. But I like a strong scent running throughout the home. So if this was my home, that's what I would do space-wise with that. Like I have a 1,700 square foot home, and I have 7 warmers throughout my home. So I like it strong. But when people come over, you know, I've got 3 dogs. I don't want people coming over and smelling my pets. You know, I want it to smell fresh and clean. So that's why I choose to have a good amount throughout the home. I want it to carry all the way through. And I've even got a little plug-in in my laundry room, plug-ins in all of my bathrooms. So they're all throughout my home. So a Scentsy warmer has a lifetime warranty too. Whether you spend $20 or you max out and spend $45, $50, you have a lifetime warranty from that warmer. So once you purchase it, you can have it forever. If it ever stops working for any reason, you contact us and it's replaced at no cost to you. So Scentsy is quality, it's beautiful, and it's long lasting. So does anybody have any questions about the warmers before I talk about the wax? No? Okay, so this is what we call the Scentsy bar. You can see one bar has 8 little cubes inside. Depending on which warmer you have is going to determine how many cubes you're going to want to use at once. So if you have the little plug-ins like in the front, you're going to be using 1 cube at a time. If you have a larger warmer like one of the ones on the top, you're going to be using 2 cubes at a time. No more than 2 cubes. A lot of my customers that maybe ordered from a catalog party and didn't kind of get some one-on-one information from me, were actually using this whole thing. And, and you're going to waste your money if you're doing that, because you're not going to get any more scent released from 2 cubes versus this entire thing. Because that warmer has a premium melt point in there. It's only going to release the same amount, no matter how much wax you're throwing in there. So 1 or 2 cubes max. And the wax doesn't evaporate. You'll just notice, I'm not smelling it anymore. And that's gonna depend all on you. I change my wax once a week, and I run my warmers every day, like 6 to 10 hours a day. And I change it once a week. The average person, I think, changes it once a week or once every 2 weeks. How often do you change yours out?
A little sooner than a week.
That's okay, share.
Yeah, I think it lasts a long time compared to any other, that's for sure. Because the other brands do like that day.
Right.
What do I do? Like 4 or 5 days? 5 days? I do like 5, 6 days.
5, 6 days? Yeah.
And it's.
I kind of do that too.
It's easy.
I kind of do that too, depending. You know, if it's a stronger scent, like we have one called Mocha Doodle. It's one of our strongest scents. We have another one called Beach. The stronger ones, I can go maybe 7, 8, 9 days. The lighter ones, I am more around the 5, 6 day mark. It really depends on the strength of the scent that you're picking.
Like your Luna, I would be changing that sooner.
Yeah, Luna is soft. Yeah. So if you're sitting here looking at a list and you've got a bunch of scents on that list, and you're like, oh, I don't want to change it very often, I want to go as long as possible, let me know that, and I can suggest to you ones that you have picked that are on the stronger side, and I'll let you know ones that you've picked that might be on the weaker side, because I want you to be able to really enjoy it and get the time out you want.
Do you let them burn whenever you're not home?
I don't, not because of a safety concern, but because of the concern of not wanting to change my wax that often. So like I said, that's why I run mine like every day, like 6 to 10 hours a day. It depends on if it's a day that I'm home a lot, it's going to be more of a 10-hour day. If it's a day where I'm out running errands, it's going to be more of a 6-hour day. So if you're changing it once a week and you're using 2 cubes at a time, you're going to see you're going to get 1, 2, 3, 4 weeks out of 1 bar. That's a lot. 1 bar is $5. We also have discounted bundles. Let me look at the page. So on page 52 and 53, oh wait, that's the layers. On page 50 and 51, you'll see the combine and save bundles. You can get warmers and wax, or even just wax when you run out of your wax and you need more. There's buy 5, get 1 free. So you can get 6 Scentsy bars for only $25. We even have the Scentsy Companion System is one of my best packages. I sell a lot of that one. It's on the top of page 50. It's a great deal because it gives you 3 bars. Remember, each bar has 8 cubes inside, so you're getting like 24 cubes. So 3 bars, a large warmer, and a plug-in warmer of your choice. And you can see there's different price points depending on which large warmer you pick. Because when you look at your fold-out page here, there's a lot of different price points of warmers. So the packages will vary depending on which price point you're picking. And the only difference between all these warmers is just the detail that goes into them. Like this one on the top, that's hand-blown glass. So of course that's going to be a little more pricey than a porcelain warmer would be. So there's just different price points depending on the cost. Of all the new warmers, my personal favorites are the 3 on the cover. I love all 3 of these warmers. The one in the middle I ordered for my bedroom already. This one I ordered for my kitchen. I love these warmers.
That is cool. I love the light one. That's neat.
Yeah, we're going a little more modern. We're offering a little bit more for the people who have that modern taste, maybe going more towards the cools and the grays in their decor. I really love it. So when you're looking through your catalogs, if you have any questions on color or anything like that, please don't hesitate to ask me. I've got some pictures on my phone of some of the warmers if you want to see more detail and stuff.
That light one. I know it's in there, but how much
Which one?
That one.
That one's 40.
It is.
It's the same price point as like that one up there. Yeah. And the one on page 17 is really cool too. That one's called Tiger's Eye. This warmer is a hand-blown glass warmer, just like the one on top here.
That's cool too.
But that one actually goes through a lot more techniques to get the look here. They actually, I've seen a video of it being made. They actually take a pair of pliers and pinch the hot glass and twist it to make these swirls. So they just kind of do that in a random pattern. And then all the speckling is done from dipping the hot glass into, it almost looks like little pieces of metal. And then that's how it creates that speckled look. But inside of that warmer is an LED light bulb that changes a bunch of different colors. So that tiger's eye warmer, while it's turned on, will filter between like 7 different colors. And I have a video of that on my phone if you'd like to see that too. It's really cool. I've ordered one. I can't wait to have it to show at parties. It's so cool looking. It's really awesome. So that's our warmers in wax. When you see them in person, when you touch them, you can tell they're really well made. They're really great. And when you smell our wax, you can tell it's very high quality wax and it's very long lasting scent. So I want to open things up to have you guys get some opportunities to earn some more tickets. Remember, whoever has the most tickets at the end of the afternoon is going to get $5 off their order. We're also going to be doing some drawings. So the more tickets you earn, the better. I'm sure you're wondering, okay, how can I earn tickets? It's really easy. You just ask me questions. For any question that you ask me that's a question about product, so look through your catalog, look at what I've got on the table. Any product you ask me at all about any question you ask me about product, you're going to get 2 tickets. Any question that you ask me about parties, how does that kind of stuff all work? Anything you want to know about doing parties, you're going to get 3 tickets. And any questions you ask me about my business, my Scentsy business, you can ask me any questions you want, you're going to get 4 tickets. So feel free to ask away, ask me any questions you want.
How long does the light last?
How long does the light bulb last? So it's really hard to say. Like I told you, I have 7 warmers in my house, and I probably change a bulb once every 3 months. They last a long time.
Probably would depend upon the usage.
Right, right. I don't know like amount of hours or anything like that for each bulb, but the bulbs will vary too. And if you don't want maintenance of a light bulb, you could go with the tiger's eye warmer that has an LED bulb, so you'd never have to change that. Or you could go with an element warmer because they don't have a bulb at all either. Any other questions? There's no silly questions. Ask me anything you want.
Well, I want to know about a catalog party because I don't think that I know really enough people to come like
To that.
to my house.
Because I invited people to hers. When she put it online on Facebook, I also invited people to hers if they wanted to come. And that's how when I asked you, I said, well, maybe I want to. So I've seen her.
Yeah, we can do whatever you feel is going to be best. We can even do a combination of the 2. Some people will do a home party but also take this the week prior to just share it with people who can't make it. You could do that as well. But if you wanted to do just a catalog party, that's totally fine too. Whatever you feel like is going to be best for you. So the way it works is I either mail this to you or meet up with you, whatever kind of seems to work for our schedule. And it's a little thermal tote bag. And just like on the table, how they're in baskets, these are in little pouches for their categories. So you would just take this with you, and I throw a bar in there, and I can even loan you a warmer if you want, like maybe to take it to work so people in your workplace can smell it or whatever. So I can even loan you a warmer and some wax for you to warm. And I just give you that with a big bag with catalogs, order forms inside. Once you collect $150 in orders, that's when our hostess rewards kick in. So that's when your hostess gift from me would kick in, and that's when all of the stuff from Scentsy would come in as well. So you get free product credit and half-priced items based on what your total is. When you look in the catalog on page, on page 54, you can see the hostess rewards and the breakdown of how that works. So the average basket party or catalog party, we call it basket catalog. The average catalog party is usually in that $250 to $400 range. So that's what you would get for having the average catalog party. You would get 2 items for 50% off, and say it was $300 in sales, you would get $30 in free. Once you hit $400 in sales, that's when it really jumps up a lot. You get 15% in free instead of 10. So you would get $60 in free for a $400 party. So that's kind of how that works. Does that answer your question? Cool. Other questions?
I have one.
Mm-hmm.
The laundry soap that you have?
Yep.
What scents does the laundry soap come in?
There's your 2 tickets for your product question. Thank you so much. So I'm going to tell you guys about the layers products. So because of the fact that our wax was so well loved, everybody really liked the fragrances, people were asking Scentsy for wearable products. So we have shower gels, body lotions, hand creams, all of these amazing products. But one thing that we have that I really love is our laundry system. You can literally wash your clothes from start to finish with Scentsy. So on page 38 and 39, you can see all of our laundry products. So the first one is the laundry liquid, and this would replace any detergent that you're using.
No one's in there.
It's highly concentrated, low suds. So a little bit goes a long way. 3 pumps is all you need for the average size load of laundry. The maximum amount you would ever use for a large load of laundry would be 6 pumps. That's it. So if you are only doing average size loads of laundry, this is 50 loads in this container here. It's highly concentrated. That's why you look at it and you think, well, that's tiny. I mean, it's 20 ounces. But if you're doing 3 pumps per load, it's 50 loads in this container here. And my husband is a deputy. He, wears the polyester uniforms, the whole 9. So they're uniforms that's hard to keep them smelling really fresh. And it was something that I always battled. Once I tried our laundry system, I used all 3 steps, and his uniforms smell amazing. Not to mention I have 3 dogs, and we keep little blankets in their beds for them. Those are hard to keep smelling fresh. I feel like I was buying new blankets like every 3 months because I just couldn't get them to smell clean again. Same thing with towels. Towels are hard to keep smelling clean. This laundry system is amazing. It really does. I've never used something that was as good of a fragrance, odor killer, odor neutralizer, and fragrance packer. I love it. So that would be step 1. And all of these products are safe if you have an HE washer or dryer. So this would be step 2. This is what we call the washer whips. You guys familiar with the Downy Unstoppables? Yeah. This is a similar product to that, except these are crystals. They actually break down much better than the balls do.
She's like, yeah, it's fine.
She's like, pass it. That scent is called Quiver, and that fragrance is Ocean. They come in a lot of different fragrances, though, not just these 2. On page 40 and 41, you can see what fragrances the laundry products are available in. So the washer whiffs are purely to add fragrance. They're not a fabric softener or a cleanser. They're just for fragrance. So you would take 1 scoop from the tub or 1 capful from that and just dump it in the washing machine on top of your clothes. And it's just going to add fragrance. I sprinkle those all over. I know you like Ocean.
She knows I like that Ocean too.
It was all intentional, girl. I brought it.
She knows how to
Came in the door.
I know, right? No, it's a really popular scent. That one's really nice. So you would actually just take that scoop, throw it in on top of the clothes, but I do all kinds of stuff with this. I take these and I pour them down my disposal and run my disposal to keep it smelling fresh. I sprinkle them on my carpet before I vacuum. You can even, sometimes when you buy jewelry from like a little boutique, how they'll give you the little organza bags. Anytime I get those, I fill them with washer whiffs and just stick them in my dresser drawers or in the bottom of the trash can and kind of make my own little sachets. So the washer whiffs can be used for all kinds of purposes. You can even fill an organza bag and throw it in your car.
You can put it in your drawers.
Right.
It'd be like when you go into, what is it, where we went? Kirkland's and bought the little bags of stuff.
This way you can make your own. And so this would be step 3. This is your final step. This is the dryer disc. And this actually replaces your dryer sheets. No need for crazy dryer sheets anymore, getting them lost, and they're not even good for the environment. This is the dryer disc. One of these is going to scent your clothes and fight static for 20 to 30 loads of laundry. You just toss it in. It doesn't stick to the side. You just toss it in and it tumbles free. And they're awesome. This one has never been used, but it's just been sitting out free for probably 8 months.
What flavor is this one?
That's Quiver. And you can still smell that on that disc. So those things are really cool.
Did you quiver?
Did you quiver?
You quivered, right?
It smells good.
So thank you for that question because I love talking about the laundry products. It's something that I'm really passionate about. Other questions? You can ask me anything you want. Product, business. Nobody's asked me anything about my business yet. Somebody asked me a business question. 4 tickets.
But I was going to ask you how many hours a week you I'm sure it would be what you choose. I mean, if you want to make more money, you would apply more hours to it, right?
Right. So it's just like with anything. You get out of it what you put into it. But you're right, I am my own boss. So like last week, for example, I had a really crazy week because we got an offer on our home. The very first time our house showed, somebody made an offer, and we were not prepared. We thought our house was going to sit on the market. So we were freaking out, and we had 30 days to get out of our house, so we had to immediately start looking. So last week, all of last week, I maybe worked 5 hours on my business because I had stuff that needed to take a precedent. But this week, I'll probably go back to 20, 25 hours. That's what I love about my business, is it's a part of my life. I don't let my business run my life. My business runs around my life and with my life. I just make it a natural part of everything I do. Like if I go to a restaurant, have lunch or dinner with a friend, I come prepared with a little sample in my purse. I always have them on me.
We're just gonna steal you first. Okay.
See, I always carry these with me. So a little sample of Scentsy wax inside my business card. So anytime I go out to dinner or go to grocery shop or whatever, I take these with me and I just hand them out to my cashier and I just say, thanks for your service. Let me know if I can ever help you. I don't try to give a presentation. Right, I just say it was nice to meet you.
What's the percentage of that happening? Of someone calling you after you do that?
I've gotten recruits from that. I've gotten customers. I don't know about a percentage because it's just.
Like if you did 10 and handed out to people like cashiers or would you?
If I handed out 10, I would say one would something would.
Still as a start because people come and then it goes from there.
Right.
And your name.
Right. And like
Talk to
this
friends.
party that I'm at right now, like if you go all the way back to how this party happened, it's so cool. Okay, so
Yeah.
I'll just tell you
Right,
the back history of how this party came about. So my friend Danielle Contarino hosted a party with me. Been friends with her since the 6th grade. She hosted a home party with me. She teaches students how to ride horses and she trains horses. So a bunch of her friends from her barn and everything came. Somebody came who I haven't seen since elementary school. She was my choir teacher in elementary school. So she booked a party with me. So we did her party. She teaches piano and music and stuff, and a bunch of her students came and their parents. One of the parents booked a party with me. So we had her party. She did a party, and another woman came. Renee Kearney was her name, is her name. She's a general manager for New York and Company. So she booked a party. At Renee Kearney's party, that's when I met Jen. Jen, Trisha's friend, Jen came to that party. And Jen did a party. She came to Jen's party, she booked a party, and Maria came to her party, and now here we are today. That's what I love about my business, is it will grow organically if you just put it out there. Like, how many parties was that?
That looked like 6 to me. 7? 6?
I don't know. I think like 8. I don't know. But that's a lot of parties just from one party, just from one friend, you know? So it's really cool. But I just make it a part of my life. I'm always sharing it, always meeting new people. And so my hours will absolutely vary. But I would say on average, I probably work my business 25 to 40 hours a week, depending on the week, because it's my full-time gig. But for my first 3 years, I had a full-time job, and I was working it around that. So.
And what are your benefits from working? For doing Scentsy?
For doing Scentsy?
What do you get out of this?
So,
Money.
Well, she gets more than that.
Well, yeah, I was just gonna say money isn't everything.
make sure you write your initials on all your tickets.
Your own boss.
So, it's really hard to answer that question briefly, but I will try. So she asked me, what do I get out of my business? Yes, absolutely, financial rewards. You know, I make commission on my own sales. I also make commission on my team's sales. And that percentage varies depending on where they are in the business. Newer people, you make a higher percentage because you're training them. People who are established, building their own teams, you make a smaller percentage because they're rocking and rolling and doing their own thing. They don't require as much. So absolutely, financial rewards are great. But when I first joined, I was a very different person than I am today. I was super insecure. I had managed a clothing boutique for 6 months, and I really loved what I was doing. I thought I had kind of finally found my calling, and I thought I was doing great. I went into my 6-month review and they fired me. Yeah, they told me that I wasn't meeting their expectations of their store manager. So when they told me that, I was obviously crushed, and I felt like a failure. I felt like, wow, I'm really not good at this. So when I joined Scentsy, I did not want to recruit or build a team because I had so much insecurity about what kind of leader would I be. Would I disappoint those people too, just like I disappointed my managers at the store? So for a long time, I just kind of shut myself in and didn't let myself try anything different because I was afraid, you know? So I'm a completely different person today, and I'm really proud of that. I'm proud of all of the personal growth that I've had. I never would have thought that warmers and wax would turn into personal growth and development, and it's really cool. And I've been on amazing trips. Since I've been with Scentsy, I've been to Cancun, Mexico 3 times. All expenses paid for me and my husband. Cancun, Mexico 3 times. Punta Cana, Costa Rica. I've been to Greece. Last year we went to Greece for 10 days. All expenses paid on the top 100 trip for the whole company. We went to Athens and Mykonos. And then this next trip is in June, and I already earned it for the 2 of us. We're going to Puerto Rico and then leaving for a 7-day Southern Caribbean cruise. So it's given me.
Yeah, I want to do that too.
Yeah. Before Scentsy, I didn't even have a passport. I had no reason to have a passport. I barely ever left Florida. You know, my husband's a deputy. We can't afford to take trips, let alone fancy trips. Oh my gosh, I didn't even have a passport. So my business has given me a lot more than just.
Like a week or 2 later, she's like, I'm
Just
having
like
dinner.
What's that?
Your Valentine's dinner was like a week or so later.
Yeah.
Look at poor girl.
We had a mini convention on Valentine's Day here in Orlando, and I was the keynote speaker for our convention here. So that was on Valentine's Day. So we celebrated Valentine's Day a week later. But that was okay. That was fine with me.
They make up.
Yeah. So, yeah. I got 7 tickets in my hands. Somebody ask me some questions. We'll give these away. We'll finish it up. Any questions you want?
I already know this one, but.
Ask me anything. Even if you know the answer, it doesn't matter. Other people might not.
What is the best way to keep your scent bars to last the longest?
Oh, good question. So, she's talking about having your fragrance bars last. So,
He's so mean to you.
Attention, like school though. She remembers.
Need some help drinking that?
so the average.
Oh, she flipped me off like that. Oh my god.
Get her tissue.
Thank God that wasn't on the camera.
Somebody get her tissue.
So the average shelf life on a Scentsy bar is about a year. But if you keep it in your fridge or freezer, you're going to get a longer time out of it than that.
Oh.
One thing that we didn't talk about either was changing the wax. When you're ready to change your wax, you want to make sure that you remove all the liquid before you place new wax in. If you leave the old wax in, it will dilute it.
No, me.
No,
Put your
I
hand on
know.
me.
I was just gonna say.
I already had that in there.
No,
What?
you did not.
What?
What's the easiest way to remove the wax?
She's about to say it though. She's about to say it.
Don't forget to write your initials on them. So, to remove your wax, it's super simple. I just buy cotton balls in bulk, and then I just walk around, have my warmers turned on, and I just drop a cotton ball in them. The cotton ball will soak up all the liquid. So easy. And then I just walk around with a little Publix bag and just pick out all the cotton balls and put new wax in. So if you've got 2 cubes in your warmer, you want to use 2 cotton balls. If you've got 1 cotton ball, or I'm sorry, if you've got 2 cubes in, 2 cotton balls. 1 cube, 1 cotton ball. Okay, I got 3 tickets left.
Me next. How do you reorder? Like if
Good
you don't have
question.
a party.
Which leads me into the next game, too.
Hold up, I got cheaped the ticket. Mine's half ticket here. What's the
I'm not so good at ripping these tickets here.
That's funny.
I kind of have issues with
She's
ripping
trying to hurry.
tickets.
Rip 'em, get rid of 'em.
Oh.
I'm so glad that you asked me that because that leads me
I
into
think she told us how she got started.
the next game. What's that?
How you got
Brandon's
started.
in there.
Brandon, way to go, Brandon. Come on out and join the peanut gallery in there.
Brandon, come home and clipboard.
Okay, so if you've been to a party in the past, you can't play this game because if you've been to a party in the past, you can't play this game. So, new people. So leave it to the last game. So she asked me, when you need more, what do you do? So on your catalogs, you'll have all my contact information on your catalogs. Also, when your order comes in, it'll be labeled with all my contact info. So when you need more, you can call me, you can email me, you can host your own party, home or catalog, or you can shop online on my website. That's why I tell everybody to take that like it, love it, gotta have it list home. So when you run out, you don't have to like worry about, oh man, I need to re-smell. You've got your list of what you like. But the easiest way to get in touch with me is texting or calling. Super easy. So what I want you to do is I want you to grab your cell phone, and on the back of your catalog, all my contact info is there. So I want you to store my number in your phone. Store me as first name Katie, last name Scentsy. That way, if you forget my name, all you gotta do is look up Scentsy, and there I am. So plug me in as Katie Scentsy, put my phone number in, and send me a text message. The first person to get a text message through to my phone is gonna get this adorable Scentsy nail file for keeping my name on file.
Dang it.
It's me.
Y'all need to not sit by each other as sorry.
What do you need?
This causing problems, huh?
Katie.
I'm filming, that's why.
Who was the first one that came out?
Because you told her.
All right.
Yeah, you did.
Her fingers move. I'm gonna have to get back to you on the winner of this because it's on my
the
calendar.
whole freaking time.
She doesn't remember. She goes, I don't think it's his time.
Oh no.
That is funny. That's why
Well,
you would be.
Since I'm using my phone to record, I'm gonna have to get back to you on the winner. But I promise you, when we're done, I'll give you the winner.
Well, we already know who it is because I just better have the number in, you losers.
Okay, so we're gonna play one last game, and this is gonna give you another chance to earn some tickets. Oh, you're the hostess, and you're the hostess.
So you should just left
Your
one
little
name on there.
I don't do purses.
Well, that's such a shame because you have to carry this home and use it every day. I'm just kidding. Okay, so in your Scentsy purse, you can hear there's goodies, right? Shake it, you can hear it.
Shake.
No? Is that your mom's here, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so you guys share one. Okay, so everybody's got goodies inside their purse.
Oh boy.
There's little treats. There's all kinds of stuff in there. But there's one thing in there that's really important.
Damn, I couldn't pick it out.
And that's this. So on this little invitation, it's gonna say one of two things. It's either gonna say freebie, and if it says freebie, you get to pick a freebie out of the basket before any drawings are done. Before we do any drawings, you get to pick a freebie.
So we get to
If it's not yet, you can decide if you want to look at it. So it's gonna say freebie or it's gonna say let's party. Some of them say freebie, some of them say let's party. If it says let's party, we're gonna party. Whatever style you want. Whether it's a catalog party, home party, online party. If it says let's party, we'll party your style. However you want. There's a party for everybody. So if you like free stuff, you like your friends, you have nothing to lose. So open your purse and see if you want to. Either way, we're gonna party or you're gonna get a freebie. You're gonna get free stuff no matter what. Freebie!
Yay!
Right now, yeah. You get let's party? What is your gift? You get a 3-pack of bars. What's your gift?
And you get a 3-pack of bars.
You get a free element warmer
Yeah,
with
that's
your
what she
party.
got. If you host it, you get 3.
You get a free 6-pack of bars with your party. So below the word let's party, it says some awesome prize that you're gonna get from me. Just like she got the 3 bars, she picked the one with 3 bars.
Yeah.
You guys would get element warmer, 6-pack, and 3-pack of bars for doing your party with me. And we can party any way you want. Home party, and you can do online party as well. Facebook,
Like this.
Facebook parties, all that stuff. And all your goodies inside are yours to keep. Look, you have a little laundry sample. You have old testers that you can actually melt the wax out of. And you're gonna love this one. It's Autumn Sunset. You like the Christmas, you like the fall one. So yeah, you'll just take this, turn it upside down, and the wax will melt out. So you can use it. And this is the perfect scent for you. So all your little goodies inside you get to keep. So thank you guys so much for all your time and attention. And